So today, I'm extremely thankful and available to HOPF, Dr. Sylendrababu and his sir, for agreeing to launch the book today. Second book which is being launched today is my very dear friend. He's been such a good well-wisher of mine, and we had a wonderful time in the academy. He is an excellent crossword puzzle solver, and we used to sit in when the classes would go on, the classes would get boring in the academy. So he and I would sit and solve crossword puzzles. The Hindu crossword puzzle is somewhat tough to crack. So he would do that, but he would finish the puzzle in no time. He was so good and so fast at that. So he would do that in no time. And now as a Commissioner of Police, he's doing an amazing job. He's bringing about a lot of innovations. And one can see the change in the city. And he's such a helpful person, a very generous and helpful person. And he hosts some of the best dinners. I mean, he's very good. And I had the opportunity to have dinners in his place, and he was the best dinners at his place. I am so happy that when I requested Shankar come and launch the book, he agreed today. He agreed to come and launch the book, and I'm extremely grateful to you, Shankar, and I welcome you to this.
Dr. Jayant Murli is somebody who hits the road running, literally as well. And I'm not surprised the way he has churned out books, 50,000 words at least for a book. And he's got 2 more in the pipeline. I mean, that's incredible. Some of you may be aware that before I got into journalism and law, I was hell-bent on joining the Indian Police Service. I used to write letters to Mr. Devaram when he was a DGP when I was in school. Unfortunately, we didn't have Mr. Sylendrababu then to inspire us, otherwise maybe I would have got into the service then. But my friend, my classmate's father was then the Commissioner of Police, Mr. P. Durai, and he used to gift me the Indian Police Journal, where there used to be these brilliant articles written by Mr. Trilokinath. And when I saw Dr. Jayant Murli's book for the first time, it reminded me of those articles, those deeply incisive research pieces on policing. Friends, many years ago, Justice B.R. Lakshmi Krishna Iyer quipped, the police should use their wits and not their fists to extract confessions. And Dr. Jayant Murli's book actually clearly shows the police in good light. Often they are ridiculed for being the last to arrive at the scene of crime. And clearly he shows the kind of the scientific expertise that goes into investigations. So I'm so glad that he's written this book. And I'm very sure that this book will not just be compulsory reading in the National Police Academy, but also in all law universities in the country. And I'm very sure that in the days to come, even Supreme Court and High Court judgments will quote excerpts from Dr. Jayant Murli's book.
Jayant Murli, who is in the active police duty, has written books which are remarkable. Very good. Only thing, the language was too good, too sophisticated. So perhaps we will also learn more words, but you must keep a dictionary nearby. Jayant Murli is good, plus a dictionary. Then only you can understand. Anyway, excellent, you have done very well, and I am sure we will continue to fight crime, prevent crime, and be one step ahead of the nuclear or other thinking.
Whether the saying whether you should judge a book by its cover is right, or you should judge the inside of the stuff better. I don't know how the saying goes, but the fact is that I'll go by the second part. You can't judge the book by its cover, and especially for today, I'll stand by that, because the kind of personality Dr. Jayant Murli is very unassuming, a man of great depth, in first few interactions, you won't be able to also even judge as to what kind, even if you won't be able to realize that he is a police officer, a trained police officer to start with, and to then fathom that he is a man who has written 3 books, a great marathon runner and all that, you need to really do great sittings with him. So for him, you cannot judge him by the cover, the book cover. So the first recommendation is that please read his books. Don't just stay with the cover alone, because most of the guys just stay with the cover. I will recommend please read his books, and definitely he has given a lot of thought to these. A great endeavor he has embarked upon, and successfully, I would say he is still on the way, but somewhere a lot of milestones is achieved. As I said, that don't judge the book by its cover alone. So a few things I like to quote from here. For example, on the chapters on the extortion through the cyberspace mechanizations, he speaks like, I repeat here, quote unquote, until now, the cyber predators wielded brutal force to recruit their victims, but now this impetus has shifted to intelligent manipulation and persuasive ploys. Precautious marketing, please mark the words, precautious marketing, looks like a management book, and management strategies and outstanding informatics abilities. This is exactly day in and day out happening what we at the end of the law enforcement are facing. So when you say that define your cyber criminals, it's very difficult to sort of say, okay, we see that they are smart chaps, they do this and all. But here in one line, exactly defines the mechanics of it. For example, like again, quotes a precautious marketing. So these guys, how they are, because how come that all of us are always talking about the cyber crimes, what's happening around, still think the victims. The marketing strategies, the adaptabilities they bring in is tremendous. So just few things like how this book is so futuristic and so good. I'll again like to, I can't help but quote one more. Like in the page 191, he talks about data valence is today rampant. I think the next Oxford of next year will include a word called data valence, which will attribute to Dr. K.J. Murli. So few things like this, he used to say surveillance, he can say electronic surveillance, cyber prowling, all these. He says data valence, so that surveillance part of it. I definitely wish all the best to my colleague. Just yesterday afternoon we were talking and I was saying that what you're planning like. So it seems he's going to be Chennai bound for a while. All the best for us, that we'll be able to interact with him, get the best out of him. And I will say that don't carry dictionary along. Whenever you feel you have a doubt, etc., just call him up or meet him and clear your doubts. Thank you so much.
To release one of the books by Dr. J. Murli. So Walter Devaram was saying it's very difficult to pronounce the name of this book. Handling the endorphins of endurance. Mr. Sankar Jiwal was saying you can simply call it as triple E. Triple E book by Dr. Jayant Murli will be much easier. Mr. Jayant Murli, he was my college mate. We all studied in the same college, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University in Bangalore, but at that time we didn't know each other. He was studying plant breeding and genetics, or microbiology, core subjects. I was studying agricultural extension. Much later, we met in the garden, the Tamil Nadu Police Service. So this book particularly I liked it. I'm very happy that he asked me to release this book because I am also a fan of endurance sports. He is a full marathon runner. I think anybody who has any idea about running, you know the importance of full marathon, 42 kilometers and 150 meters. Right? And that's 42 kilometers and 150 meters. That is full marathon. 195. 40 to 195. Okay. So full marathon runner and a full book writer. It's a very rare combination. Because both are difficult. Both are not that easy. We only dream to run a full marathon. We also dream to write a book. Mr. Walter Devan was saying for the last 10 years he has been writing a book. He was writing only things he has done. Still it is taking a long time. So I run marathons, mostly half marathons. That's why I'm saying it's very difficult to run a full marathon. One of the days I met Mr. Jain Murli to take some tips to run a full marathon. Then he suddenly produced some notes. He produced some notes. He told me that he was writing a book. This was 3 years before, or 4 years before. And he had a plan. He said for full marathon, probably you have to train for 12 weeks of proper training. Then it will be possible for you to run. That has come out as a good book. So anybody who really wants to run a marathon, you can certainly refer this book. It's very, very interesting book. How you plan, what are the equipments you require, how many days you train, how do you train, what are the different kinds of training, what are the possible setbacks, what are the diet, what food you can take, what you should not take, and how many days you must take rest after the run. That's also very, very important. So it's a full book. I read a lot of books on endurance sports, Born to Run. Who is that? Born to Run? Like Charles McDougall. It's about the way people in Tarahua area of South America, they run. The whole community will run for 50 kilometers, sometimes 100 kilometers every day. And they live like that. So the benefits of running is extremely good. I like it.